Okay, so we're recording. I don't know why it's so weird to record yourself in front of the camera and just talk to yourself, but yeah. Um, I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video kind of as like an update, uh, more so as like a progress report or a progress check, just to kind of check in and see where I'm at. I I don't know. I don't think I'm going to post this or post this on like Instagram or post this on anywhere where it's like it does crazy. Basically, I'll probably put this on YouTube for the few subscribers that are there right now. I think I got like 15 on there. So if you happen to be one of those 15 subscribers on the channel right now, then I guess you might be seeing this. But basically, I'm recording this because I wanted to make a video right now. Today is September 1st. So um, I kind of wanted to just make this video as a check-in to see where I'm at right now in my life. It's been about a year since I started, I guess, dialing in on the channel, and when I actually, you know, made the first 5 videos that I had. When I shot those all in like a month, and then made them, taking a lot longer than I was expecting. But yeah, basically it's been a year. It's about a year now, and I'm going to kind of just want to make this, and I don't really write anything down, and I don't have anything planned to say necessarily, but I just kind of want to see where this goes, and talk from the top, and see what comes out. And yeah, so I was kind of stressing about making this, and and making a big deal out of it, because I want to make a good video, and part of the reason is like I want to be making films and good things. So I'm kind of I was like just overthinking everything. Like, oh, where should I shoot this video? I should have like a cool setup or something like that. But recently I've been kind of just thinking about it, and I've been watching some of like Gary Vee, and he kind of put it in a way where that's what makes me not want to care. And so he said, document, don't create. And I think that's what I I personally get caught up a lot in. That is, like, I'm always wondering, being in that creative mode, and wanting to create something, and instead I get in my own way and prevent myself from doing things and actioning on certain things that I know I should be. Just like something as simple as this, creating a video where I can talk and kind of give updates, and I feel like I have to, do all this fancy stuff, but in reality it's all about the documentation of the process. And so I just want to take this moment to document where I'm at. It's September 1st, 2020, and I am making this video to show where I'm at. And for me, I honestly feel like this is gonna be a very big transition point for me. I think there's big things to come for me, and that now is right now is kind of a turning point for myself. I think this past year was a lot of learning, and not to say that I learned everything I need to know, but I think I learned a lot, and I'm going to be putting that forth. And I don't know, it's it's interesting because I think I learned a lot. And so I don't know. This video is clearly not planned well, but basically what I'm saying is, I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling right now, but maybe I just need to take a moment to collect my thoughts. But yeah, I don't know, right now is the time to document. This is my journey, and I'm not even sure like what I want to do with the production value of this video. I kind of just want it to be a raw video where, you know, I'm talking to the camera and able to really just explain where I'm at and get back to my roots of why I started this, because now that it has been a year, I've put out five videos of the first intentional videos that I had, which was, you know, the interviews, and then I put out one experimental video, and so that's where I'm at. So I was able to put out 5 of the interviews, and I learned a lot in my one like music video-ish. And so right now I'm just taking the time to set up my life. But hopefully, to keep me from rambling too much, I did jot down 3 notes, bullet points that I do want to get to, I guess, to kind of keep myself at least somewhat organized in this whole process. And let's see, where are they? Before I go on, there are 3 things that I do want to get to in this video, and that is the experience I've had so far in this, I guess, year journey that I've had so far, the lessons learned, and the takeaways moving forward. So I guess the goals and what I want to achieve, just moving forward. So first one being the experience this far, and the experience this far has been pretty crazy. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it is kind of crazy to think that, I guess around this time last year, I decided to set out and like stop worrying and just take action and take that initiative. It was about this time last year where I took that step back, really reevaluated what I wanted to do, asked myself, and, you know, was patient. Took those 2 weeks to really just analyze and think about all the things that I was doing and what I was good at, and how I can use that in my life. And so now that I feel like now I've laid down a foundation for myself. So by doing those first couple of videos, I was able to really understand what it is. Now I have like that foundational knowledge, you know. I have something to build upon. And with those first couple videos, it was really just about learning the whole skill set. Whether that was, first thing was like learning how to operate the camera better, interviewing, the editing, and the editing was like, that was a steep learning curve that, you know, I did not prepare for, or I didn't allocate time where I thought it was going to take a long time, and I'm still learning a lot in the whole editing process. And so now I feel like I have foundational knowledge on those kind of things, and it's been about a year now. So, and now I'm just going to take my foundation and kind of build upon that, see where I can improve on, and see what I can do better, and, you know, kind of just play with those skills, and hopefully make them even better. So that's one things I learned, is just, you know, setting the right foundation. You want, for me, it was learning the skills, and I wanted to set the proper skills first, and make sure that my I'm doing this correctly. I'm not hopping in and trying to do things backwards where, uh, I I'm like trying all these other things while ignoring the basics and the foundations, the fundamentals. So that was one of my biggest things. And I learned that, man, things take longer, way longer than you're gonna expect, because I went into those first 5 videos thinking it was gonna take like a month or two just to create those first ones, and the shooting alone I did in um about a week or two, and then the whole editing process took like way longer than I ever expected. Like the first one took about a month, maybe a month and a half, but altogether, all 5 videos took me about like 8 months, and I didn't even, um, I, yeah, and so that's kind of where it left me at, and so I'm just kind of glad that I got that experience under my belt now, and now I kind of know how to plan, how to do these things better, and so I guess overall, my biggest takeaway from that overall was just planning for the unexpected. Plan for the unexpected, because you just don't know how long things are going to take, especially when you're first getting into things you're trying. But I think the even more important thing is that you keep going. That thing took me way longer than I ever expected, but the fact that I kept going and kept at it and still finished my work that I set out to do and put it out there for people to see, and seeing that other people watched it and l- learned something from it, and you know actually, yeah, actually just got value out of the work that I produced, even though it's something small production. I'm shooting on this small little DSLR, and people were able to take value from the videos that I put out, and so I think that's just like a testament to what is possible and what I'm capable of, knowing that, hey, if I'm able to impact someone just from this little setup that I have, just imagine once my skills are more further built upon. So as I'm building on my foundation, the better I get, and hopefully the more people that it'll impact, and to be honest, it really just comes down to that one person. If I can if I can reach that one person that can learn something from this and take it and say they were inspired to do something with their life, to take action and do something, then that's really all it comes down to for me. That's all I want, um, for this platform. I just want to be able to show that when you're willing to take action and put forth effort, then you can pretty much achieve anything that you want, and that you put your mind to. And so, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my experience so far. Um, what was the second point? Okay. Yeah, and so the second part is like lessons learned. And oh man, I've had just like an infinite amount of lessons learned so far, where I wouldn't even know where to begin. But yeah, I don't know. I've learned so much this past year, and it's kind of crazy to think that where I was last year to where I am now, and it may not show on the surface level, but I think my mind has evolved so much more now, uh, and that's the way it should be. You should always be constantly pushing yourself to be better, and if you find yourself being stagnant, you should really work to push those boundaries. You know, I've been reading The War of Art, and it kind of just goes over this thing called resistance, and how it's gonna constantly be taking resistance is always constantly working to against your life. You know, it's always working to take you back from your calling in life and what you're truly meant to be, and what your fullest potential and your capabilities are. And that resistance is always going to keep you and hold you back. And so for me, it's just about pushing past that resistance, and that's what I want to do with this video. And you know, to show that, kind of more so even for myself, just to show that don't hold yourself back. You know, push past that resistance, even if it is something as silly as talking to the camera and giving a progress check. Because this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at. And there's nothing wrong with humble beginnings. I'm literally in my car recording this video. I don't have any sort of fancy gear right now. I have Rebel T3i. I have like a little mic that I got for like, I think $30 or something. And I'm in my car recording. I don't have any sort of, I don't have any fancy gear. I don't have a studio. I don't have anything right now, and I'm still making things happen. And so that's my biggest lesson learned, is that above all else, take action, because nothing is going to beat that. You can get the fanciest gear, you can, or even, it doesn't matter, like whatever it applies to in life. For me, you can have the fanciest gear, whether it be, I don't know, if you want to be an athlete, you can have the best possible outfit, or like running shoes. But if you never actually practice those skills and actually try them, then it means nothing. You can have that gear, and if it's just sitting in your closet, then it doesn't matter. So I think this is my testament to myself, to just keep doing, keep creating, keep learning, and keep getting better. No, never settle for anything, because once you settle, that's kind of it, and you've kind of just defeated yourself at that point. So yeah, like I said, that's probably my biggest lesson learned, is to just take action, because that fear is always gonna hold you back, but you gotta push past the fear and not worry about it. Because of that, I was able to learn from, if we're talking specifically on the videos, like I was able to spend a day and kind of learn from those 5 people, and learn so much from them. I took away so much knowledge, and that's kind of my point of this all, is to keep learning, keep progressing, be a better person than what you are right now. So yeah, I guess that's the second one. And takeaways moving forward. So the third one is takeaways moving forward. My goals, aspirations, what the future is kind of looking like for me. And I think for me, the biggest things are that I want to, like I said, I guess it goes back to the second one, lesson learned, and so it all kind of wraps up together here. The experience, the foundation that I've learned, and now I just have to keep actioning and keep building on that foundation. And so that's my goal right now. I think right now I want to take time to learn, keep learning my skills and then put them to use, put them in action, and see where that takes me. So I think I'm gonna be upgrading gear soon. But more than that, I think there's big things coming for me right now, and yeah, I don't know. There's skills that I'm learning right now, and I feel so excited for it because oh man, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be big for me. I think there's gonna be like I think this is gonna take me to the next level. Um, and I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket per se. Like I don't want to say like, you know, I'm learning all this right now and this is all gonna put me over the top and I'm gonna be crazy. No, and like like and it's gonna make everything like big, but no, that's not what I mean. What I more so what I more so mean is that like I'm putting in this work now so that it'll come to fruition. And like I think it's just it comes down to just enjoying the process, you know? I think that's the one thing that I'm doing and I'm trying to do right now is just enjoy and love the process of creating, the process of failures right now, the process of learning and being uncomfortable because man, there were so many times where at pretty much every single time I started to shoot something, I was like, oh, what did I get myself into? Like I felt like I was in over my head, and so that's something that I've learned to just kind of ride that wave of like this feels crazy. Like I I don't even know what I'm doing, but being okay with that and learning on the fly, learning to adapt and just being able to put yourself in those kinds of situations, those are good. Like even when you that feeling where you just like you you feel nervous but excited and just overwhelmed, but that's the feelings that I want to keep chasing, you know. I think with quarantine going on, it has put a pause on everything to where like I'm not entirely sure where I want to take things, but it's also allowed me to kind of take a step back and evaluate those things. And so that's what I want to do is just keep chasing those things that make me feel like I'm growing as a person. That has allowed me to create something that I feel is bigger than just myself. And so that's kind of my big thing right now is I want to just keep pushing the boundaries on what I'm capable of. I think, like I said, I think there are big things coming for me. I think I'm in a process of learning right now, and very soon I'm going to be applying those skills, taking action, like I said, and I think it's gonna be a huge jump off point for me. Now that I have my foundation set, I feel like I've built a strong foundation that I could stand on and that I can work and keep building on. So I think that's my biggest thing. Um, that's all that came to the top of my head right now. Uh, so I guess I'll leave it off at that for now. This is my progress check. Progress check on Unwanted. This is September 1st. And I'm gonna leave it on the channel for me to hopefully look back at in a couple years and be like, wow, that's where I was at. And by looking at it and saying, wow, that's where I'm hoping that the goal is to be way past that, right? The goal is to have grown from then. So who knows? Maybe in like 5 years I'll be looking at this, and who knows what my life will look like by then. But all I can say right now is that I want this video to serve as a testament to myself, to show that I'm continuing to take action. I'm following through my word by documenting my process, my journey, and showing that it is possible. Like, I'm literally in my car talking to myself, and I'm going to put this out because I made that commitment to myself to put this out, because that's what it is. That's what it's about. Putting yourself out there, making yourself uncomfortable, and just doing it. And so, I think that's where I'll leave this progress check at for now. And who knows, maybe I'll have more progress checks in the future. I would like to, just to kind of keep myself accountable and make sure that I'm doing what I've set out to do. So, like I said, this is a jump off point for me. So, bigger things are to come. And I'll leave it off at that for now.